variable entered mapping method, and in this method it's a method which adds a dimension to the K-map method, in which you can plot the K-map easily and read it easily. This is the main purpose of this variable entered mapping method. So let's have a 3 variable function, and this is what all possibilities are there in a function. Now we know that function is written by these main terms 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1. This is how you represent a function f. So if you AND f with f, you will get a term like this. All the min terms, they will be ANDed with f. And you know that f into f is equal to f. So this is written by this. Now if you plot it in the K-map, how do you write it? Suppose I'll take some function 0, 1, 5, 1, 0, 1, 5. This is the function. Fine? These are don't cares, we have min terms, we have max terms, we have don't cares, all together. So how will you plot a K-map for this? If you plot a K-map for this, you'll have a 3 variable K-map. You label the K-map 0, 1, 5, 1, 0, 1, 5. This is how you plot it. This is the K-map. But if you want to plot this using this, what you can do is you can simply plot this into a 2 variable K-map. What you can do is you can write it A bar, B bar, C bar, F. Where is A bar, B bar? Any term with A bar, B bar? This plus CF. A bar B, C bar F plus CF. A bar B bar, C bar F plus CF. And AB, C bar F plus C. Fine. So actually you can have a 2 variable K-map for this. So 0, 1. So we have C bar F plus CF, C bar F plus CF, C bar F plus CF, C bar F plus. आप कहोगे मैम सेम ही तो आ रहा है, क्या फर्क है फर्क. If you plot it this one also in the same way, if you plot the above one in the same way, this was a K-map, 3 variable. I want to plot the same using 2 variable. So when AB is 0, 0, what is C? For C bar, it is F is 0. C bar, F is 0. And for C, F is 1. Again, for AB 0, 1. For C bar, it is 5. And for C, it is 1. Again for 1, 0, for C bar it is 0, for C it is 1. And for 1, 1, for C bar it is 5, and for C it is 0. So this can be reduced to this. We have C bar 0, C. C bar 5 plus C. This is also C. This is C bar 5. So this is the reduced table. So this is how you plot a table in a variable entered mapping method. So there are rules. First thing is plot your variables in the map, and second rule is how to minimize those. So this is what we will get after that. That means one of the variables out of the 3 can be taken within the map. That is what we are going to do. So I think it is not going to affect the output. So this is what we get if you plot it according to a VEM. Now there are certain rules which are to be followed in order to reduce the VEM map. So this plotting method is called VEM method, and this variable which is being plotted, it is called map entered variable. MEV. So there are certain rules which are to be followed for reducing this map entered variable. First we'll write all those rules, then we'll talk about the. So this is VEM reading theory. How to theory. So step 1 is this step 1. Step 1 is plot all the map entered variables and their complements into the boxes and represent one as this C plus C bar or whatever variable you are taken within the map, that should be this. This is the first thing. Then the looping rules. What are the looping rules in this? First is look for isolated map entered variables. Isolated map entered variables or MEV bar. ठीक है, तो अगर आपका variable, if your MEV is C, it can be C or C bar. Are they isolated? First thing. Second is make pairing of map entered variables with map entered variables first. You can make a pair of MEV with MEV first. Okay. Third step is loop MEVs with 1 and then with fourth step loop MEVs with 5. Then make quads, then look for quads and then look for octaves, whatever possible. This is the way you have to make the loops in the first step. Then important step is step 2. Whatever mapping has been done, write the product terms according to them, then make the second map from the first map only. Second map is just the reduction of the first map. So in this step 1 is that replace all MEVs and their complements with 0. जितने MEV हैं MEV बार हैं replace them with 0. Second is replace 0 by 0 and 5 by 5. All the zeros, max terms, they are replaced by zeros, and all the don't care terms are replaced by 5. Third is one is 1 if not completely covered, or 5 if completely covered. अब 1 क्या चीज है? How do you write 1? C plus C1. So if both the terms are covered in step 1, then you replace 1 by 5 in the second step. And if only a single term is covered or none of them is covered, then you replace it by 1 in the second step. Then replace MEV 5 and MEV bar 5 with 0. जो भी terms C5, C bar 5 होंगी, they will be replaced by 0. And the last is, which is the important part, that now last is 5, fifth one in the step 2. You can have C plus C bar 5 as one of the terms, or you can have C5 plus C bar as one of the terms. So the necessary variable is, this is a necessary variable, this is a necessary variable. So C and C bar are the necessary variables. So if when you are having these terms in step 1, so in step 2, if the necessary variable is covered, replace your term with 5. If your necessary variable is not covered, replace the term by 1. That means if this is 1, if not completely covered, कोई भी covered ना हो, ऊपर वाले स्टेप में कोई भी cover ना हो, और 5 is covered, क्योंकि 5 की तो कोई वैल्यू नहीं है, 5 is don't care, ठीक है? इंपॉर्टेंस इसकी है मैप एंटेड वेरिएबल. So if completely covered, or if not completely covered, or 5 is covered, then it is 1. It is 5 if completely covered, or necessary variable is covered. Necessary variable is, जो जरूरत है, जो necessary variable अगर वो cover हो गया, then there is no need of having a. So we will now have how to reduce few things. I'll keep the steps as it is. I'll not rub them off. Let them be there only. We have plotted this. See this one. Can we reduce this? आप कहोगे मैम इसी को reduce कर दो. Let's reduce this. ठीक है? तो कैसे करें रिड्यूस? ये हमने पहला स्टेप है, वी हैव प्लॉटेड, नाउ वी हैव टू अप्लाई स्टेप 1. मैप एंटेड वेरिएबल कौन सा है? ये मैप एंटेड वेरिएबल है. मार्क द मैप एंटेड वेरिएबल्स विद द टिक. अब इनकी कंबाइनिंग करनी है. तो मैंने कहा था लुक फॉर आइसोलेटेड मैप एंटेड वेरिएबल्स. ठीक है, मैप एंटेड वेरिएबल्स आइसोलेट नहीं हो सकते. मेक अ पेयर. पहला पेयर क्या बनाना है? मेक पेयरिंग ऑफ MEV विद MEV फर्स्ट. सो मेक अ पेयर of this with this. What do you get? What do you get? ये C bar 5 है, quad बनता नहीं क्योंकि C यहाँ C नहीं है, so we cannot make a quad, but we can make a loop them, make a pair. What do you get? This is B is 0, B bar A is changing and B bar C. This is one thing. You can find out the expression for this also. ये आपका एक्सप्रेशन है, इसमें क्या हो सकता है? This is 1, this is 2. So what do you get? A bar C and what is this? B bar C. ठीक है, ये बन गया. स्टेप 2 क्या आएगा? This is step 2. Replace map entered variables with 0. Replace MEV 5 and MV bar 5 with. और क्या है? If, अब ये कौन सी टर्म आ गई? 5th point, rule number 5 of step 2. If C plus C bar 5 is there, ठीक है, and if it is not completely covered or just 5 is covered, replace it by 1. This is 1. So what do you get for this? It is A bar. So the expression is this. This is the final expression for the function. Only thing is your K-map reading, your K-map reduces and reading becomes easier. That is what is we do using a variable entered mapping method. Let's take more problems. How do we do it? Let's have a map. This is the next function 0 0 5 1. This is the function. You have to implement using variable entered mapping method. So what do you do is step 1 is first you do the plotting. You can take any variable AB, BC, AC, whatever you want to take. So for 0 0 it is 0, C bar is 0. For C it is also 0. C bar for 0 1, C bar is 5. For 1 0 both are 1. So C bar is 1, C is 1. And for 1 1 C bar is 0 plus C is 1. So this reduces to C bar 0, C 0. So this is 0. Both are 0. This one C bar 5 plus C. This one C bar plus C. And this one C bar is 0, C. So which is a map entered variable? This is a map entered. पहला काम। उसके बाद next task is you have to map entered. Can you do the looping of this? You can do it here, you can do it here. Which one to follow? This is a map entered variable, so I'll loop this with this. So what is the output? A changes, B and okay, pehla. Then step 2. Step 2. Map entered variable use हो गया तो 0, 0 with 0. This is 1. It is not completely covered, so it remains 1. This is C plus C bar 5. In this is not completely covered, but the map entered variable, the necessary variable is covered. So this will be 5. Right? What is this? This is A, B. So function is BC plus AB. This is the solution of this given function. Let's have more functions. So this was F1, let's have another. This was F1. What is F2? These are the outputs. So let's find out for F2. This is step 1 for F2. We are finding F2. How to plot it? For 0, 0, for C bar it is 5. For C it is 0. So C and with 0 will give you 0. For 0, 1, for C it is 5. For C bar it is 5, for C it is 1. Then this. For 1, 0 it is 1 for both. And for 1, 1 it is 0 for C bar and 1 for C. So what happens to this? If you find the expression, this is C bar 5, this is C bar 5 plus C, this is C bar plus C, and this is C. Fine. What is the variable? A map entered variable is this. So C is present here, C is present here. But you cannot make with both. We have to just loop the map enters. We have to just talk about map entered variables in the first step. So you can just map this. We'll get 1. This is B. Nothing more possible. You have to map it once. This is important. Like minterms are important in K-map. So in VEM method, map entered variable is important. So when you have a map entered variable, you have to cover it at least once. So it gets covered. इससे नहीं किया क्योंकि first step is loop MEV with MEV first. तो MEV पहले present था तो MEV के साथ. Step 2. C bar 5. So MEV 5 is replaced by 0. MEV is also replaced by 0. This is not covered, so it is replaced by 1. And this is also C bar 5 plus C. If you see it, C bar 5 plus C, it is giving you necessary variable is covered, other is not 5. So what do you get from this? AB. So the solution is F2 is equal to AB bar plus same. Let's have three variable functions. Rules remain on the right hand side. If you just forget it, you can remember it from that side. And this topic is given in your Fletcher's book. You can follow the book by Fletcher. It's an engineering approach to digital design by William Fletcher. Let's have a method. We have a already plotted this is what is there, and it is this is step 1. They have already plotted it. D plus D. So we have to follow step 1. So what are the map entered variables? This is a map entered variable. Mark the map entered variables. This is step 1. Okay. Make. Is it simple? No, it can be pair. It can make a quad also. Not this way, this way. This is a quad. So what is the value of this? C changes, B changes, A is same. A bar. Okay. So this map entered variable has been covered. What about this? It is just D can be clubbed with this, D can be clubbed with this. Okay. तो वो कहता है loop it with MEV first, MEV तो है, loop with 1. So this is 1, D plus D bar is 1. So this is looped with so what do you get here? C bar. This variable is D. And if you go from this to this, A bar changes, B, C bar, D. These are the two terms of the function. Then step 2, replace map entered variable with 0, 0 with 0, MEV bar 5 with 0, MEV 5 with 0. This is not covered at all, so it will be replaced by 1. This is fully covered, it will be replaced by 5. And this is 5, its coverage is not important, so it will be replaced by 5 is not important, so it will be replaced by 0. What do you get here? This is a min term left. So what is this min term? C or AB bar. AB bar. So what is the function? What is the function? This function is A bar D bar B C bar D plus A B bar. So this is a reduced function. You do not have to go for a 4 variable K-map. You took one variable, plot it as a map entered variable, and you get a function. Let's take another function. Write it the same way, it's labeling as K-map. Function is 4 variable, but since we are using VEM method, so we are using a 3 variable K-map. What are the outputs? That for 0, 0, 0, both the outputs are 0. For 0, 0, 1, both the outputs are 1. 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1. Then for 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, C bar is 0, C is 1. For 0, 1, 1, both the outputs are 1. 0, 1, 1, both the outputs are not C, it will be D. Sorry, it will be D. Because A, B और C तो यहाँ पे है, तो चौथा वेरिएबल क्या हो गया? For 1, 0, 0, both the outputs are 0. 1, 0, 0, both the outputs are 0. For 1, 0, 1, C bar is 5 and C is 0. Again, I am using this wrong variable, it is D. D. For A 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, D bar is 0. And D is 5. And for 1, 1, 1, D bar is 1 and D is, this is what is the function. This is first step only. I want to write it properly. This is 0, this is 1, so 1 can be written as D plus D bar. Then it is D bar is 0, D, this is D. Then we have D bar, this is 1, so D bar plus D. It should be D bar plus D. Then we have D bar 0 plus D5, so this is D5. Then this is 0. Then this is D bar and this is D bar 5. Reduced. Which are the map entered variables? D and D bar. Mark them. That means these entered variables have to be covered once. बाकी चीजें नहीं देखनी सर, इन्हें cover करना है. अब क्या करेंगे? Can you cover it? D with this D, D with this D. D इसी के साथ कवर हो रहा है और किसी के साथ कवर हो रहा है D? नहीं हो. पहले D को मैप एंटेड वेरिएबल से करना नहीं हुआ, फिर D को 1 से करना है. So this is going to be a one term. C is changing A bar, B और D. जो वेरिएबल है वो भी साथ में लिखना है. अब हो गया D कहाँ से आया? Since we are talking about D, so A bar into B into D. अब क्या बचा? दूसरा वेरिएबल. कौन सा बचा? ये. इसका सिंपल बनता है a quad. So what do you get? D bar. And what is this? C. C D bar. So this is from step 1. What is step 2? replace 0 by 0, map entered variable by 0, MEV 5 with 0, 0 with 0, okay? D bar 5 with 0, map entered variable with 0, D plus D bar 5. This is fully covered. This is also covered, this is also covered. That means it is 5. In this, D is not covered, this is covered, this is not covered. So it is 1. So what you can have a pair. So what do you get? C A bars. What is the expression? C D bar, A bar B D, A bars. So this is a minimized expression for the function. This is how you can do it. There is no need that you take ABC variable here. You can take ABD, so C will come in between. You can take anything can be done. I can take example for that. Let's take a 3 variable function, any 3 variable function, any. कुछ बनाया है, some function I have generated. So if you don't want, you want step 1 suppose, and you don't want to take the variables as AB, you take A and C. That means B will come in this between. The map entered variable will be B here. ठीक है? तो क्या होगा? For A and C 0 0, what is this? B bar plus B. When A is 0, C is 0. For B bar, F is 0. For A is 0, C 0. For B, F is 1. This is how you have to plot it. Again for A 0 and C 1. A 0 and C 1. For A 0 and C 1, for B bar, output is 1. For A 0 and C 1, for B, output is 1. This is how you plot it. Then A1 and C0. A1 and C0. When A is 1, C is 0, for B bar output is 5. For A1, C0, for B output is 0. For A1 and B1, A1 and C1, A is 1, C is 1. For B bar output is 5. For A1 and C1, for B output is, this is what you have to reduce it to a more simple table. B bar is 0, so this is B. So this is B bar plus B. This is B bar 5 or B is 0. This is also B bar 5, B is 0. This is the reduced table. अब इसमें step 1 लगाना है. This is the map entered variable. Fine. किसके साथ बनाओगे इसका? 5 के साथ तो बनाओगे नहीं. तो B का पहला जो है, what is this? A bar C is changing. What is step 2? I can simply write here A bar. Step 2. This is 0, map entered variable. Replace MEV bar 5 with 0. So ये भी 0 हो गया, ये भी 0. This is not completely covered, so it is 1. So what is this term? This is A bar. So what is the function? A bar B plus A bar. This is the function. So you can eliminate any of the variables and you can use it as a map entered variable. There is no harm in it. Similarly, the same problem can be done with I took AB, I took AC. I can take BC also. So map entered variable in this case will be A. A bar when BC is 0, 0. BC is 0, 0. For A bar, output is function is. For BC 0, 0, BC 0. For A, function is 5. For B 0 and C 1. B 0 and C 1. For A bar, function is BC 0, 1. B is 0, C is 1. For A, function is 5. For B1 and C0. B1 and C0. For A bar, function is 1. For B1 and C0, for A, function is 0. For BC1, 1, for A bar, function is 1. And for A, function is. So this is step 1. After plotting for BC variables and map entered variable to be A, what do you get? A bar is 0. A 5. A bar plus A 5. This is A bar. And this is again A bar. And this is also A. This is the step 1. मैप एंटेड वेरिएबल कौन से हो गए? ये दोनों. इसकी मैपिंग कैसे करोगे? ये ले लो. दिस इज 1. और तो कुछ बनता नहीं, ऊपर के साथ जाता नहीं है. या तो ये बनेगा, ये बनेगा. मैप एंटेड वेरिएबल अलोन कौन सा? ये. So we'll get A bar, C is changing, and what is this? B. Step 2. Replace map entered variables by 0. A5 by 0. This is A bar plus A5. It is not completely covered. Neither the necessary variable is covered. That means that this will be taken as 1. So what do you get? This is one term, min term. This is B bar and C. So this is a bar B plus B bar. So this is a solution for the above function. So this is how you can plot the map entered variables and do the minimization using this VEM. So you can, if you have a 5 variable function, you can make a 4 variable method. So this is easier for up till 7 variables. You can go to using a VEM method. till 7 variables, because you can have a, for 3 variables you can make a 2 variable map, for 4 variables you can make a 3 variable map, for 5 variables you can make a 4 variable map, and for 6 variables you can make 5 variable map, for 7 variables you can make a 6 variable के map तक तो हमने बना रखा है. So up till 7 variables and we can use a VEM method. So this is how we do a VEM method. There is no harm कि we can use this and this and this, but you can very easily do it. There is nothing, no problem. Then we can verify this also. You can make a 3 variable K map. You can have A, B, C as the variables. Mark the grade codes. So we have 0, 1, then 1, then 1, 5, 5, 0. What is the function? Simple, you will have this as 1, you will have this as 2. So it will be A bar C, and this is A bar. This is how it is done. A bar B and A bar C. So this is over. Thank you. I think this is complete. Thank you for this. And we'll continue with combinational circuits from the next class.